So we're going to simplify this expression as well, and before we do this, because this is kind of the power of a power type rule for exponents, we need to acknowledge what all the exponents are. For example, the number bases of 3 and 2 inside the parentheses are not showing the exponents, but I think it's good to see those as ones if they don't show, like this. All right, because if we don't, sometimes we forget, and in a worst case scenario, sometimes students assume that this 3 base takes on this exponent of the a, but it doesn't. There's only one 3, and over here there's only one 2, not 4 2's being multiplied, so be careful on that. And once we see that we have all of the exponents for all of the bases, I can take the exponents on the outside of the parentheses, and again, it's kind of like we're distributing it into the exponents on the inside of the parentheses. So all the bases stay the same, 3a, b, and c, but I'm going to take that 2 and multiply it by all the exponents. So that'd be 2 times 1 as the exponent of 3, which is 2. 2 times 2, that's the exponent of a, which is now 4. 2 times 3, the exponent of b, which is now 6. And 2 times 5, the exponent of c, which is now 10. So that takes care of that set of parentheses. And again, just with distribution in general, I don't know that it necessarily simplifies the expression. Well, yeah, no, I think it does. It just, but we can see how it affected all 4 of those factors, or all 4 of those bases right there. So now I'm going to go to the 3 exponent on this set of parentheses and distribute it, again, into all 4 exponents on the inside of the parentheses. So all 4 bases, 2a, b, and c, and the 2 has an exponent of 1, so 1 times 3 is 3. A has an exponent of 4. 4 times 3 is now an exponent of 12. B had an exponent of 5, so 5 times 3 is 15, and C has an exponent of 5, so again another 15 for that exponent of C. Now the next thing we can do is look at these, the 3 to the power of 2 and the 2 to the power of 3, the number bases, and actually evaluate those, right? So 3 to the power of 2 is 3 times 3, which is 9. And 2 to the power of 3 is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. Okay? And then from there, again, I'm kind of splitting this problem up purposefully into separate problems, right? So I'm looking at just the numbers right here. And this is all multiplication between these, right? So if you're like, yeah, I want to show the multiplication, feel free to do it if that helps you to remember what you should be doing. And I would look at this and say 9 times 8, I know, is 72. All right, so that takes care of the numbers. I don't have to worry about the 3 to the power of 2 or 2 to the power of 3 right now. But what I do need to worry about is the rest of those letters. For example, the base a, right? And again, these are all being multiplied. And so I find any similar bases, like a, and I say, look, I'm going to take those bases, and since we're multiplying them, I can take the 2 exponents and add those. So that would be 4 plus 12, which is now 16, right? So I can write that down here as a to the power of 16. Then I can look at my b base, which has exponents of 6 and 15. And again, we can do this only because all the terms are being multiplied. So I can take those 2 exponents, 6 and 15, and add those to get 21. So yeah, the final base b has an exponent of 21. Then I have my c base, and the 2 c exponents are 10 and 15. And once again, since we're multiplying the bases, I can keep the c base, but add those 2 exponents. So that's 10 plus 15, which is 25. So this is fully simplified at this point. And yeah, I'll just box it in. There we go.